my lovely viewers, glad you can join me again for another Leopard Crafts video. In today's video, because I got such good reviews on my last video about Macramé keylings and you all seem to like Macramé so much, I decided to make a similar video about, yes, you guessed it, Macramé plant hangers. Oh, I'm so excited. Right then, before we start, if you enjoy this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, you might want to go back and check out some of my previous videos. Right, now we can start. Okay, all we need for your plant hangers is your Macramé cord. As I said in my last video, I like to use a 10mm cord, but you'll find mixed reviews about this online. But really, anything from an 8 to 12mm cord is good. Oh, and I also like to use sustainably sourced cotton. This roll was made from recycled t-shirts, and I will try and leave a link in the video description below of the shop I got it from. You'll also need one of these wooden loop things, my lovely vintage ruler, or you could just use a measuring tape if you prefer. And lastly, scissors. Craft scissors cut better, but if you do not have them, normal scissors will do. Okay, so you're going to want 6 strands of about 320cm long cords. So just over 3 meters. Or you can use your arms. I got an adult average size human to help me with this because coincidentally it is about the same length as double their arm span. So all they do is measure it with their arms, double it over, so it's double, and then cut it, and you end up with double the arm span. But if you do not have access to an adult human, you can just use your measuring tape. So now you're going to want to find the middle of all your cords, cross them over, so they're doubled, like I have here, and get your loop and tie the bale sleeve. Okay, so now we're going to tie a knot. Find the middle of your cords and cross them over so they're all doubled. Get the ring and push the middles through the ring. The middles, like this. And then you're going to bring it around towards the end. The ends, sorry. So they all double up. Yes? So I got it like this, and then bring it round. See, in that one swift movement. So, and then I'm going to want to put it tight. And then you can tidy up it so it looks a bit neater and straight. Okay, now you're going to cut out an 80cm long piece of cord, and so you can see a bit easier, I've done it in a contrasting colour. I wouldn't normally do this, I don't think it looks as nice, but today, so you can see I have. And you're going to lay it across like this, okay? Lay it across and then bring it back on itself to create a sort of loop there. Okay, now I'm going to take, so you're going to need to hold this. There. Now you're going to take the longer piece here, across there, and then you're going to, whilst holding it tight, you're going to wrap it round, pulling as tight as you can, wrap it round all the blue cords. I'm going to wrap it round about 10 times, but you can do as many as you like. So that's 1, 2, 'so you need to make sure you leave a bit at the end. There. Sorry. Pulling really tight. 4. 5,
7. Need to remember to put it tight. 9, 10. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this bit and put it through the loop which you left. And then, I'm going to get the extra bit at the end and pull it. So I'm going to hold these two. Pull that really tight. Pull it as tight as you can. There we go. There you have it. So now I'm going to just pull these through, make sure it's come through. There we go. Now you can trim off these excess bits. Okay, now for the next knot, I've sorted them out into groups of 4, all the cords. You want to find the ones which feel like they work best, so you would want it to feel like there's 2 middle ones and 2 outside ones like this. Don't just get 2 cords from there and 2 cords from there. They have to feel like they work together. And so now we're going to forget these ones for a while. We're just going to concentrate on this one. So you're going to find which ones feel like they are we want 2 middle ones and 2 outside ones. So I think we've got 1 outside one here and 1 outside one here. And these are our 2 middle ones. Now we're going to take the one to the right and cross it over the middle 2. So make sure that it's not crossed over the left hand side. Now the one on the left hand side is going to go over the right hand side and then under, can you see that? Under the middle ones. And then it's going to come up through here. Pull tight. You see that? You need to make sure you as tight as possible, because we're going to do I do about 35 of these knots. And you have to make sure you pull really tight. I'm just going to do another one exactly the same. You have to make sure you pull really tight, because I found that on people's first goes, often they don't pull tight enough and then they don't have enough cord left at the end to do as many stitches as they would like. So you might only want to do about 25 if this is your first go. So this stitch, I'm going to do 2 stitches similar. This one is gradually going to spin around, and it's the same knot pretty much as the one which stays straight. I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but you have to remember that this one is always right. You start with the right hand cord and that one goes over the middle ones and the left goes under the middle ones. That's what makes it the twisting one. With the straight one, it's the same knot, but it's left, right, if you see what I mean. I'll show you in a minute. So, right over middle ones, and then left over right, left under middle ones, left up through there. Make sure you pull tight. Okay, I'll just show you one more, and then for your first one, after this one, we're just going to do 20 more stitches instead of 30. Okay. Right over middle ones, left over right, and then left under middle ones. Then left up through there. Okay, so you see, it's starting to twist round, as you can see. It's going to get harder from now on because you'll need to adjust the way your whole thing, you're going to need to move it around so you can knot it easily. So let's just do 20 more and then I'll show you how to do the next stitch. Right, now I'm going to show you what to do when it starts twisting round. So at the moment, the original right hand side string is still on the right, just about. And the same on the left. So we'll do exactly the same thing as before. Right over middles, and then left over right, and under, up through there. Same as before. See? Oh. Tight. But now, after that stitch, it changes, so it's flipped round, so what was the right before is now more on the left. So when it does that, it does actually change. So now this is the right string. So you're going to do the same thing. What changes is, before it was like this. Left here, right here. Now it's flipped round. So same knot, same everything. Just flipped round, which is the right string, which is the left. And then it will flip back. So see, it started to wind back now. And then it will flip back to what it was before in a minute. To do the exact same thing with all the rest of the strings. Okay, and now we're going to do some more wrapping around with some of these grey cords. Don't really know what it's called. We're going to do it on each of the ends of our braided strip things. So exactly the same as before. Lay it across so you've got a bit of extra. Bring it back on itself. Make a bit of a loop. And then wind it round. I'm going to wind it around about 8 times, but you can do it as you want, really. So, I'm just going to bring it down a bit. So you want to be wrapping it around the cords, not the knotted bits. Alright, then put the end through the hoop like that, through the loop, sorry, and then pull this bit of excess there. Make sure it's nice and tight. And you can snip off any extra bits. Okay, now I'll do it on the other two. You can try and do it as many times as you like, but really it's probably not going to work if you do like 7 on that side and then 10 on that side. So try and make it so it's the same. Okay, now we're going to put aside these ones, just use these. Find the middle ones like all the time. Make sure you're using the longest cords for the outside ones and the shorter ones for the middle ones. And you're going to tie the exact same thing as before. Right over middles, and left over right, and under the middles. And it goes up through there. Exactly the same as all the last ones. Okay. And now you're going to do pretty much the same thing, but left is playing the right job. So left goes over middles, and right goes over left and under the middles, and up through here. As always, you need to make sure you pull really tight, and we're going to do 25 of those, so that's 2, and then you're going to swap round. So we started on our left and then went right, so now it's back to our left. You can start on your right if you want, it doesn't make any difference. So left crosses over middles, right goes over left, right goes over left and under the middle ones, and then up through there. And pull tight. Okay, so we did. Now we're starting on our right. This will be our 4th one. Okay, so right crosses over middle ones, left goes over right and under the middle ones, and up through there. Okay, and then we're going to do this 25 on each of our 4 strand groups, and then I'll come back. Right, now you're going to put away all the cords from this group of cords, those 4. Just put them away. And then you're going to take the outside cords, which are closest together, these 2, from the other groups of cords, and they're going to act as the middle ones for the next knot. Then we're going to put away the 2 leftmost cords from over here, don't need them, and the 2 rightmost cords from over here, don't need them just yet either. And these 2, which were the middle ones last time, are going to act as our outside ones. So now you're going to get your ruler or your measuring tape, measure down 12 centimetres there, and mark the 12 centimetre mark onto the cord. I'm just going to use some fabric chalk that way, so you guys can see. So there's the mark there. So that will be where we tie our knot. So I'm going to take these two, which are going to be our outside ones, and tie the same knot as we did last time. So right over middles, left over right, left under middles, up through there. And do not put it tight, you need to keep the knot so it's on the marks there. And then one starting on your left. Okay. And you're going to do the same on the other side, pull that tight so it stays right there. Put it down a bit. And do the exact same thing with these ones, okay? So I'm not going to show you how to do the knot, you know how to do that. So we're going to put away these ones and just use those. Do a knot with them, and then you're going to flip it over and do it with these ones. Okay, now we're going to tie the same thing with these ones. So the middle ones are going to be, so we're going to move these like this. Will be the middle ones. These will be the outer ones. So tie the same knot as before. You need to make sure they're all in the same place, at the same level. Then you're going to, once you've done that, you're going to measure down. And you'll rule it again, and about another 12 centimetres, and at that 12 centimetre mark, tie another one of those wrapping round knots with the grey cord, exactly the same as the first one we did. And then you can trim off the ends of your cords to the right length you want, and then that's your macramé plant hanger done. And there you have it, viewers, the finished macramé plant hanger. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed making your macramé plant hanger. So if you did, please remember to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Bye for now from Pipkin.